Owen, tell me something.
Truman, is baseball season.
Dahm, that's true. Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Dahm. That's true. Of course, I'm your host of the most, Truman Steam Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined by the bomb.
Ah!
Owen Dahm. Owen,
Yeah. Who's got it?
wait, ready? 3,
Yep.
2, 1.
Who's got it worse than us, huh?
Well, hold on. All right, let's do it again. Yeah, that's a sign that no
Yeah,
one's got
see,
it right,
it's
right?
so terrible.
3, 2, 1.
Who's got it worse than us, huh?
I
If you
hope
couldn't hear it, we're clinking 2 cups of water with ice.
2 plastic cups of water. Tap water, of course. The saddest of waters.
The best. Okay.
I got out of the kitchen sink,
Yeah,
which
terrible.
makes it the saddest of
That
water.
is the saddest water.
I know you're a bathroom sink enjoyer.
Bathroom sink is. That's like basically the champagne of water.
Actually, Fiji is.
I don't know, dude. I'll tell you.
Sorry.
You got to come to my parents' house sometime and go up to my old bedroom's water faucet. It is the coldest shit maybe ever.
I'm telling you, especially after you said that, I think that's nostalgia. I think that's
Dude,
nostalgia.
it's
based on
incredible.
you probably going in there when you're at your thirstiest, the 3 a.m. thirstiest, and
Trimming
pouring
the
a glass of
water-
water and slamming that
Trimming
glass
the
of water.
water, you don't even need ice. It's that cold. I'm telling you.
Is it on a wall? Is it on an exterior
Yes,
wall?
it is on an exterior
Yeah, you
wall.
just have bad piping. You just have bad pipe design.
They added insulation to it. It's still incredible.
It's still gonna be cold, yeah.
It's amazing.
Dude, have you used the bathroom that's off our kitchen? That shit is freezing.
Awesome.
No pun intended.
Good.
It's
Good.
no. I just mean the toilet, like the room itself.
Oh,
is-
next time I
is
drink
so
out of the
cold.
toilet, I'll.
The room itself is so cold. Like when it was like negative temperature outside, I'd be like in the kitchen. I'm like, let me use the bathroom, and you just sit down on coldest toilet seat.
Poseidon gives you a little kiss.
Welcome everybody into Dahm. That's true. We have to talk about the Super Bowl today. We've got a couple topics for you. We're going to talk about what went wrong. We're going to talk about the most disappointing player. We're going to talk about silver linings. I thought that'd be. We're going to do top 5 worst. Oh wait, no, yes.
Top 5 worst narratives.
Top 5 worst narratives that will come out of this Super Bowl. Ready? Oh, we're also going to discuss a secret fourth topic.
Josh, text me back.
Oh, our Eagles fan.
I'm gonna say, do you have time to be annoying for a couple minutes?
All right. Well, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so we'll just get into it. Owen, tell me what went wrong.
You'll never believe this, but the Eagles' defensive line destroyed our offensive line.
I think, I think what we talked about that I was worried about with the Texans, and I think Joe Tooney was a great spot start at left tackle.
Yeah,
But I think it's like Bruce Chin. You remember Bruce Chin?
I do remember Bruce Chin.
Bruce
from
Chin
the
would go
Royals.
out there every 5th rotation. After he'd go right after Giordano Ventura, and if it was the same team that we had played when Giordano pitched, Bruce Chin would just fucking annihilate people with like the 82-mile-per-hour fastball.
Right.
And that worked. But if a team hadn't been used to normal pitching and they just saw Bruce Chin, they'd fucking light him up. And that's what I'm saying happened. I think with Joe Tooney, I think eventually they just went, "Hey, why don't we bowl and speed rush the left guard?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we should just do that because he's a guard, not a tackle. Let's exploit what makes him a guard." Oh, and that's what we saw all game.
Yeah.
Also, Caliendo was getting his fucking ass ate.
Also, Taylor was getting his ass ate. You know me, I've been a big Jawan Taylor apologist. He got bull rushed by a corner.
I think part of that also is that Mahomes is pressuring himself into Jawan Taylor's side.
Yeah, we just saw what we saw in the Buccaneers Super Bowl. The D-line was eating us up, and we had replacements. That sucked ass.
Yeah, that's like every time Mahomes threw like a bad pass, you're like, what the fuck was he doing? You notice there's Joe Tooney bumping into him as
Yeah.
he's throwing it. It's like, oh. Like, the Cooper DeJean one, terrible throw.
Yeah, it's not a good decision.
That
just
was
didn't
all.
see just didn't see DeJean.
Listen, Mahomes did not have a good game.
No.
He did throw that bomb to Worthy, though. We were already walking out when that
Yeah.
happened.
I didn't even see it. I was cleaning my house.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody had already left?
No, people were still watching it. I
Oh.
just wasn't watching it.
That's fair.
If I wasn't hosting, the game would have been off halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, when they came out and punted, I was like, then I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then they went for it on fourth down, and they threw that out route, and that got swatted. Because we were at a different hospitality event. I was at a work conference all weekend, and I was at a hospitality event on Monday, and they were replaying that game, and they had that replay playing, and when that 4th and 5 got batted down, I was like, that's when the game was over. That's when it ended. That's when it was totally done. Is that in that moment I was like, okay, this is not going to happen. Because I was like, we're down 4 scores. I was like, one, it's not going to happen unless we get turnovers. And then they did that. I'm like, okay, it's definitely not going to happen now. So, but yeah, the defense I thought played well.
Chiefs defense? Yeah, the Chiefs defense. I thought the Chiefs defense played well too.
I think it's easy to say the Chiefs defense played good enough to win.
Yeah.
The offense essentially gave up 14 points.
Yeah, the offense gives up 14 points. Okay.
And also, if they never do anything, it makes it a lot harder for the defense to turn around. After the Eagles do a 12-play touchdown drive, then the Chiefs go 3 and out. It's hard to go back out there.
The Chiefs' offense got 1 first down the whole first half, and it was the first play of the game.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then we went 4 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out.
That's the thing. I've been so busy working these past couple of days. I actually have been kind of shielded from the narrative, and that's kind of nice, honestly.
Yeah, they were bad. It was just not a good showing from the offense, and it was very clearly the O-line's fault. And people are gonna say, "Oh, this is on Brett Veach." It's like, well, once again, now people are gonna say, "Oh, well, Brett Veach can't draft tackles. He doesn't know how to evaluate tackles." But we said this about Brett Veach and wide receivers, so I don't see why.
He's missed on 1 tackle. Yeah, 2 tackles kind of with Wanye Morris. Wanye Morris, I think, is fine. Also, I think Wanye Morris, right guard next season.
I was surprised that Wanye did not come in at left tackle and they moved Joe Tooney to guard.
I was sitting there. I'm like, I was like, DJ Humphries must have retore whatever he did.
Yeah.
If they're not putting DJ Humphries in, but I would rather have seen Kingsley at some point.
I guess.
What's going on?
But it might just be like that Torrey Hunter guy, where they're like, how bad could this guy be? And then he gets in there and is literally turned into a turnstile. Remember that? That dude who like literally got spun around.
No.
At left guard when
No.
it was a while ago.
Sure.
But they had him in for a spot start.
Yeah.
And he got actually spun around like 5 plays in a row, and they're like, okay, we can't have this guy be out there.
Yeah. Well, that's how we kind of felt about Wanye, where you're like, let's see what Kingsley's gonna do, and then Kingsley, and you're like, oh, okay, put back in Wanye.
Right.
And then it was like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And then they put Joe Tooney out there.
Very obviously, the focus is going to be on the O-line.
Yeah, I imagine the draft is left tackle, cornerback, left tackle, left tackle, left tackle, left tackle, left tackle.
Left tackle.
The only reason I wouldn't go left tackle in first round is if Luther Burden is for some reason there at 32.
We do not need Luther Burden, Mizzou boy.
He was so good, dude.
That's so cool. He's going to get drafted by the
Tennessee Titans.
No. Seahawks.
Yeah.
And go marinate on the bench with one of the worst quarterbacks in football, Geno Smith.
What a weird. So many people caught strays there. I don't know if that was a Luther Burden.
Yeah, dude,
joke.
he'll have a lot of fun going 8-9 next year.
Why don't we just draft him and save him from that?
Because we need a fucking tackle.
We can sign one.
No, we can't.
Listen, if I'm Brett Veach, you listen.
Hey, but you want to know something
don't
crazy?
Lose your fastball. You can't evaluate tackle talent. Keep drafting cornerbacks in the 7th round. Draft another wide receiver in the 1st round.
And just
sign a tackle.
Just buy offensive linemen.
I'm fine to pay a tackle $20 million.
So are you gonna pay Trey Smith then?
No. You simply can't keep paying market resetting contracts to your players.
Well, maybe Trey Smith wants to win.
All pros.
Maybe Trey Smith wants to win. Trey Smith is basically an all-pro.
Trey Smith should not be taking a hometown discount, and he won't. Trey Smith is going to make more than Creed Humphrey.
So you think our draft goes tackle then guard?
No. I think here's my plan.
You're actually insane.
Here's would be my answer to you. Wanya Morris goes to right guard.
Where he actually plays.
I think right guard, he's guard sized, to be honest with you.
No, what I'm saying is Wanya does play on the right side. He's a right-sided.
He was a right tackle in college.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, where's Juwan Taylor? I think we have another year that we're stuck with him.
We need to punt him into the sun. So they will be
Juwan
eating his
Taylor?
cap. Yes.
You're out on Juwan Taylor?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we don't save that much money cutting him this year. The out is after next year.
Yeah, I don't care. It's over.
I do.
It's over. We can't do this again with Juwan Taylor.
We can.
I'm officially out on
Juwan Taylor's fine enough for right tackle.
I don't think so.
Wanya Morris, right guard. Which is crazy. Nobody's talking about it, and this is just my idea, personally. If it happens next year, listen, we all have to comment on the first game that once you hear Wanya Morris is playing right guard, everybody has to comment.
All those
on
Dahm
tweets.
that's Truesers.
Yeah, all that lock in Dahm that's Truesers and just at Steam Machine ball, at Steam Machine ball. But Wanya Morris, right guard, pay a left tackle. Pay a left tackle $20 million. Pay him like you paid.
I know a left tackle that we could pay $20 million to.
Orlando Brown Jr.
Yeah.
I had the same thought. I was like, fucking bring back Orlando. Listen, I don't think Orlando Brown Jr. was that good. He has been better than what that was.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Whatever we do, but we can't get disenfranchised with Tooney. Just move him back to left guard where he's an all-pro.
The issue with Tooney is he's kind of old.
I do not care.
The question is, will he want to keep playing after he's won 4 Super Bowls or whatever?
Listen, what's Steven Wisniewski doing?
I think he's retired.
What's Jeff Allen doing?
I think Joe Tooney probably either retires or maybe we re-sign him because I think his contract's up.
I don't know, but here, if you could guess how much
I'm not disenfranchised with Joe Tooney.
If you could guess how much dead cap the Chiefs have in 2025, what would you guess?
My guess, dead cap.
Dead cap. I'd look this up today.
That's such a weird question to ask. What's the actual salary cap? 225?
No idea.
It might be like 240 something.
I thought it was like 189.
My guess for dead cap for the Chiefs is 168.
No, it is $222,000.
That's not true.
Look it up. I looked up Chiefs. I looked up dead cap NFL 2025. It's like $222,000.
Well, that's dead cap is. I don't think it's dead cap until you cut somebody who's not on the team.
Then what the fuck does the dead cap even mean then?
It's just if you cut somebody, that's dead cap.
Yes, exactly.
But it's so if we cut Patrick Mahomes, we would probably have $70 million in dead cap.
True. Yeah.
But that's not dead cap because he's not.
Then what
cut.
the fuck website was I looking at? What stat are they listing?
That's probably correct. That's probably how much dead cap because you know who's probably who is leading that list?
Sky Moore?
No, you know what team was probably leading that list?
Who?
The Denver Broncos. I'm sure the Denver Broncos were leading that list because they still are paying out Russell Wilson's hit.
Okay, let me see. Hold on.
That would be my guess.
All 32 teams ranked by cap space. Okay, here's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Patriots were at the top with $6 million in dead money.
Okay. Maybe they're done.
Because the Patriots have 112 million of effective cap space. This is what we're talking about, effective cap space.
Okay.
The Chiefs have an effective cap space of 2 million.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, we have dead money of 222,000.
Yeah,
which is the lowest in the league.
Right. So
just kidding. The Steelers have $45,000 of dead cap somehow.
That's not bad. Mike Tomlin the GOAT. You're gonna have to cut people. Justin Reed. Sayonara.
Yeah, the Broncos have $32 million in dead money.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, okay, I was right about that then.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is, yeah, listen, we don't need, I guess we're going to talk silver linings and whatnot, so we can talk about the future then. Let's focus.
Okay. Lock in. Lock in for that cough, buddy. Nice.
What went wrong? O-line. I don't think the defense was a problem.
No.
I think the absolute refusal to do anything, switch anything around on the left side is insane.
Yeah.
After one quarter of that, or after one half of that, how at halftime are you not making
I
a
don't know.
change?
Especially at an extended halftime.
When they came back out, and I was like, if we see Joe Tooney and Mike Caliendo again, like, I think that was like midway through the third quarter. I was like, if they come out, I'm going to scream. And they did. And I'm like, all right, it's over. But they refused to. That's one of those things.
I think that's the worst part about the whole. Oh, and then we had drops, but also because Mahomes couldn't place him.
I think I tweeted that out. I said what it was DeAndre Hopkins dropping that ball and falling on his face versus Saquon when he tripped and fell backwards and caught that ball.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the entire encapsulation for this game. Is the Chiefs are just falling on their face.
Yeah.
Not focused, and the Eagles are locked in with a mission.
Did you see? There's a couple clips of plays where Kelsey really needed to nail a block, and he was like super late off the line.
I saw the one with it was like a cornerback or whatever.
Yeah.
People keep posting that one. I think that's a tight end screen.
Yeah.
He's supposed to give a chip, and Creed's supposed to get there on a cornerback. Whoa, that didn't work out great. I don't
That's
think.
got to be racist.
Well, it's probably Cooper DeJean, so it's not.
No sweat.
Well, he's not a cornerback then. I was wrong all around.
He's a linebacker.
All right, you know what? I'll play the noise just for you.
Thank you.
That's got to be racist.
But it's I don't know, man.
It's so funny because we all know what the problem is. It's very obviously the O-line versus the D-line matchup, and that's like basically the only problem in the game. Mahomes didn't play well, but he couldn't. And he showed that when he had a iota of time, they could find stuff down the field with Worthy, and they hooked up passes and probably against backups. I don't know if they had backups in. I wasn't watching.
Yeah. It also doesn't help. Yeah, it probably was. That Worthy catch, I think, was against backup. It probably doesn't help that we've taken the most dynamic playmaker in the NFL and turned him back into Alex Smith. That's a weird move.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, you want to keep the offensive coordinator, no problem. 24th ranked offense this year.
Yeah, you know why? Stop doing this
20,
weird.
22nd or 24th.
Yeah, you know why.
offense.
You know why. Stop.
I wouldn't worry about
Stop. You know why.
I wouldn't worry
Stop
about
it.
I told you not to worry about it.
You're being weird. You're doing the thing where you ignore facts on purpose.
By the way, Xavier Worthy's probably our wide receiver.
Man, dude, did you know that we rushed the ball worse this year than last year? Can you believe that, dude? Holy shit.
I don't think that's actually true.
Yes, it is very much true. Isaiah Pacheco rushed for like 1,000 yards last year.
He was under 1,000 yards. And
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt was in the 800s. We did not have somebody rush as many yards as Isaiah Pacheco did this year.
We ran for
Last
more
year
yards
behind
last year.
Kareem. Is that true?
Absolutely.
You're gonna make me look it up.
Yes, I am.
I'm curious. I'm legitimately curious.
We ran for way more yards last year than this year. I can guarantee you.
Let's see.
I bet you we ran for like 250 more yards last year.
Kansas City Chiefs. Listen, I know he's your friend. I know you guys are best buds.
Dude.
I know you've broken bread with him.
Come on, man.
Listen, dude, we're friends. You don't have to lie to me.
Just look at the stat.
How many yards do you think we rushed for this year?
This year, I bet you, like, including playoffs?
Hard to say.
Okay, I bet.
It's just giving me total. And to be fair, we played the same amount of games.
Okay.
We played more games last year, so it's helping you.
I guess. Okay, I bet you we ran for 1,100 yards this year.
No. We ran for 1,790.
That's who the fuck?
I'm telling you.
Who's getting those 700 yards?
How many yards did we rush for last year?
Got to be more. Is it 1791? Because that'd be crazy.
It is 1,784.
Basically the same.
Nope. We rushed the ball better this year.
6 yards better.
Yes, but with missing our top. Listen, the point you were trying to make was we were missing our top running back, and so that's why we were worse this year. But that's not true. We rushed the same amount of yards. Even without because
what did we throw for last year? Now I'm curious.
you know what?
Now I'm curious.
That was a good question. 3780 this year.
Total.
4188 last year.
400 more yards. Interesting.
I don't know. That's all I got for you. I don't know what to say.
Turns out that missing your wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 kind of sucks.
I don't think it's fair to say we're missing our wide receiver 2. Worthy was the 2.
Yeah. At game 9, yeah.
He would have been the 2. I mean, he was already a weapon in game 1. I
Maybe.
don't know.
Next slide. Let's move on. We all know what went wrong. We don't need to talk about it anymore.
Matt Nagy being the coach. Most disappointing player?
DeAndre Hopkins.
Just for that one drop?
Yes.
It's. I almost want to say Kelsey. Kelsey was not very good.
Yeah, maybe. I think you can say Mahomes. I think you can say Kelsey, and I think you can say D-Hop.
I think you could also say Caliendo or. I don't know if I would even say Tooney.
We didn't expect anything from them.
We're asking.
I'm not
asking Tooney. We're asking a fish to climb a tree.
I wasn't expecting those fish to climb the trees. I was expecting this.
I was expecting Caliendo. Caliendo should be fine. That's his position. To be fair,
he's a backup. Backup O linemen have never been good in the history of the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some have been good.
Name one good backup O lineman.
Oh my God, he just left. Nick Allegretti.
Okay, that doesn't count. He's starting for another franchise right now.
I don't think he's starting.
I think he is starting for the Commanders.
I think he is starting. Now, he was a backup when he was a Chief.
Yeah,
that means he was a good backup offensive lineman.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You don't know ball.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. You got one.
Most disappointing player, Matt Nagy, for not switching out the left tackle.
Yep. True. You didn't want to put in a different revolving door.
Yeah.
Do you remember how bad Kingsley was?
Kingsley, it was the worst of them all. Wanye, I think, was fine.
Ish.
He was fine. He was
good at holding.
He's what I describe as the 23rd ranked tackle in the league. Kingsley 23rd. Is the 32nd.
I think he was like 40th.
Kingsley's one of those where you're like, wait, how he was the starting left tackle, but somehow he's the 33rd ranked tackle. And they're like, yeah.
I think the worst part of the whole game is that when we got pressure on Jalen Hurts, he literally did nothing. He sat down a couple times. He threw a ball 8 yards behind a guy like 3 different times. It's like, oh, well, if we just do that, we can win the game. And then we just didn't get pressure.
They also didn't contain.
Nope.
What's funny is we talked about how he hadn't been rushing the ball and how he was bad under pressure, which he was bad under pressure. But
when he tucked and run, we
just
got it.
We didn't keep the cap on. It was
I don't
weird.
know. I'll say Mahomes is the most disappointing player, though. There was a couple throws that he missed, and the pick six just sucked.
It also looked like there was times Bolton was spying Jalen Hurts and then just ran in there and stopped spying him.
Well, there was a couple times that Drew Tranquil just lost his zone assignment, too.
That was weird. He did that quite a few times.
That was frustrating to watch.
McDuffie had a tough time, but I think he played good. I think all those throws that he got beat on, you're like, what a throw.
Yeah, what is he supposed to do?
The back shoulder pass. Well, and Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown picked up that offensive pass interference. People were already complaining. Holy moly! On the first drive, dude.
You cannot grab the defender's face mask.
No, it's one of those where you saw it and you're like, when they threw the flag, you're like, that's most certainly on AJ Brown. I don't think anybody was like, well, hold on.
Right.
I think we're like, yeah, that makes sense.
Arm extension in the face.
The unnecessary roughness on McDuffie, crazy.
That's a terrible call. It's fine. It's whatever.
Didn't
lose us the game.
No.
It's a terrible call.
The refereeing did not affect this game. The refereeing doesn't affect most games.
But the late hit on Bolton was probably the worst call I've ever seen.
That was the backbreaking call.
They never throw that flag.
No.
Never in a million years are you throwing a flag on an incomplete pass.
Yeah. And people won't even talk about that. That's been talked about zero. Some people talk about the McDuffie one. But
that's horrible.
It's also dumb. It was a dumb play by Bolton.
Right.
But one that I think they let you hit the guy.
They always let you hit the wide receiver.
I don't even know. Did he knock him down even?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But it's Saquon, so it's not like...
He's getting Mahomes treatment, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
Most disappointing player, the refs. I'll be honest, I was wearing my ref shirt.
Did you actually?
Yeah. It was funny because one of my coworkers, we had to go to hospitality events and stuff, and so one of my coworkers was wearing a Mahomes jersey, so it's even funnier. This guy walked into the bathroom, piss drunk, and I was in line to pee. He was already peeing.
Yeah.
And as he's walking out, this is a 1,000, 3,000 to 4,000 people were at this event.
Yeah.
But this event was weird. It was in a ballroom. They had one big screen and two big speakers at the front of it.
Yeah.
And they had crappy beanbag chairs in front of that screen. And then behind it was all a bunch of tables with like really nice food and like they were walking around with hors d'oeuvres and stuff. And
They're
there's
like
bars
standing
and-
tables.
What?
They're like standing tables.
Couple standing tables, but a lot of just normal sitting down tables, and then a lot of But it was weird because like we plopped down into bean bags because we're like we're gonna watch this game. Don't care about mingling with anybody.
Right.
Also, we were like barely. This was like a company that reps like that owns like 20 products, and we rep like one of them that we never use.
Right.
And so we were like, we're barely. I don't even know. There's nobody. Like other events we went to where it's like, I have to go see this guy. I have to go see our manager. I have to go see. Like at that event, I was like, I don't need to go see anybody. I'm here to watch the game because I heard it was going to be the best place to watch.
Sure.
But like, but we had plopped at the front of it. And so word had gotten around about the ref sitting next to Mahomes in front of the screen. So I'm in the bathroom and I'm standing in line, like wearing my ref jersey. And there's this guy who's just piss drunk. He was saying all sorts of things that I cannot say on this that were doesn't matter. And he is like walking out. He's walking past me and he's like, "Did you guys see the ref sitting up there with Mahomes? That's so funny. Oh my God." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's so," and he did just never even saw me and just kept, I'm like, "Yeah, how drunk do you got to be?"
I don't understand getting that drunk at a work event either.
It's a little different. It wasn't he didn't stand out that much.
That's still crazy.
He did stand out, but not like it wasn't one of those where I was like, that's inappropriate.
Oh.
There was other things he said that I was like, I certainly would never say that at a work thing because I know it made me go, whoa, I would never want to work with that guy ever. But
That's
it just
crazy.
So all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I mean, most disappointing player, maybe the refs.
Yeah, they didn't accept my Venmo.
Cringe. Next year, when we go back to Super Bowl, we have to wear suits. I guess no more ref stuff. Sorry, guys. Leaned into it too hard. Owen, tough question. Is the dynasty over?
No. The Chiefs are not cooked. I'm sorry, guys. You saw Xavier Worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes is throwing to Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy next year.
Yeah.
With a complement of other players.
Well, for half a year, you're going to throw to Rashee Rice, to be fair.
He will get suspended at some point. It will not be for the playoffs. So.
No, and I also bet, especially since it's been so long, I bet you Rashee Rice gets 4 games.
I bet you he might get fucking 2.
No way. He might get 6, repeal it down to 4.
We've already had this discussion. I told you.
Yeah.
He's serving a max of 4. It's either 6 to 4 or 4 to 2.
Interesting. I think it's gonna be 6 to 4 or 8 to 6.
There's no way he serves 6.
They might dish him out 8 games still.
No,
Although
not when what's his face up in Minnesota only got 4 for essentially the same thing.
No, he got 0 games.
Oh, he got 0?
He never got. I don't think Jordan Addison ever got suspended. No, because he was for doing it for his dog. He also didn't crash into anybody. He just got pulled over for going that fast. What I will say is, I think, and this a theory, if the Chiefs would have won the Super Bowl and had less penalties than the Eagles, I think there's a chance that they would have suspended Rashee Rice 8 games.
What?
Because I think
to come down hard on him.
Just because, I think it would look bad. It's one of they expect one of us in the wreckage, brother.
Yeah, I guess.
I think the Chiefs losing this Super Bowl could have caused that suspension to go down to 4 or 6.
Yeah,
games.
maybe. But yeah,
I don't think there's any way.
I don't know. I don't think the Chiefs certainly could regress next year. But we also expected them to regress after the other Eagles Super Bowl, and they just went back and won. So we'll see.
Sorry, I'm crunching ice into the microphone. That's good.
Stop crunching ice, man. That's weird. Chewing ice is weird. Y'all weird for that.
So this ice though, when it sits in that water for long enough, it gets nice and soft.
Yeah, you're weird.
No, it's like soft.
Yeah, cool. I've never understood crunching ice. Oh, something like ice is so good. Shut up.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I don't get ice just to crunch it. I only crunch this ice.
I just I've been telling Patriots fans to keep coping these last couple days.
Did you see the tweet I responded? Somebody was like, this is why Gronk and Kelsey can never be mentioned in the same sentence.
Someone said.
it was Gronk blocking Ray Lewis
Yeah.
and Kelsey whiffing on a block against like the Chargers. And I was like, me when I post the greatest blocking play of my career versus posting somebody's whiff of a block. And that's what he said. And he was like, I was like, I'm gonna post Jalen Hurts throwing the interception and Mahomes in the Super Bowl and Mahomes throwing that bomb to Worthy and say Mahomes should have won Super Bowl MVP. As I told him, and he's like, do you think this is like a variation of what happens of their careers? And I was like, yes.
Yes.
I was like, Kelsey just blocked Mahomes into the end zone in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah. And in the Texans game.
Yes.
What? Don't worry about those people. I saw someone say Kittle should be put above Kelsey because of this game. I said,
no
you're
way.
a fucking
Those
idiot.
are coming back?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Kittle had 4 yards in the Super Bowl. I never want to hear about Mr. 4 yards ever again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Mahomes will be back. His floor is overtime of the AFC Championship game. We'll see you there. Arrowhead. I mean, the AFC still runs through the Chiefs. So,
yeah, I don't think is the dynasty over. It's over in the same way that once we traded Tyreek Hill, that version of the Chiefs is over. I think whatever the 22, 23, 24 Chiefs were, I think that's over. You know?
Yeah, I think that's one thing that the Chiefs do really well is they stylistically change.
Which again, another. When did Bieniemy leave? Was that after the 2022 Super Bowl?
Yes.
See, it's just. I said the same thing after the 2020. Is that I was hoping Bieniemy would leave just because I'm like, we need fresh things.
Yeah.
We need fresh blood. Bieniemy was a first-time offensive coordinator. That's why I was like, I think it's fine that he was there for 4 years. Matt Nagy's been a head coach, been an offensive coordinator, been a coordinator again.
But yeah, that's the thing,
I'm
though.
like,
is like,
we've seen what we're gonna do here.
I don't think the Chiefs get rid of Matt Nagy, and I also don't think there's an open head coaching spot there for him to go take.
No, he won't leave to go anywhere, and the Chiefs won't fire him. So he'll most certainly be back. I'm just not crazy high on Matt Nagy right now.
That's understandable.
It's the same way that, again, even if it was Bieniemy, I would be like, even after Bieniemy won the Super Bowl, I was like, I think we need to
my
move
contractual obligations.
Yes, I know you. You're like Tom Brady. You can't speak out against Matt Nagy. Technically. But I think this. I'm playing a lot of Civ right now. This age is over. This age of where we were in the Mahomes antiquity age.
Yeah.
Those first couple of years. Then we were in the exploration age. These last couple of years.
Yeah.
We're now in the modern age. I don't know what it'll look like.
Which is Mahomes with young wide receivers.
I think yes, Mahomes with good young wide receivers. They are going to have to revamp it. After the Chiefs lost that Super Bowl to the Bucks,
they revamped the O-line.
They revamped the O-line. It is now time you are going to have to reload your offensive line.
Again.
I think there is a chance. I think Trey Smith is gone.
You do.
I don't think you can keep paying players to reset the market. You reset it with Creed Humphrey. You reset it with Mahomes. You reset it with Kelsey. You reset it with Chris Jones. I don't think...
You think they're going to keep Trent McDuffie then?
Yes, because he's an all-pro. I think we're at the point in this dynasty run, you re-sign the all-pros, you heavy sigh and let everyone else walk.
When do we
you
get
have to
to
be
the...
in the hall of re-signed, and a lot of these guys in the hall of hometown favorite.
When do we get to the point of players taking discounts to come here?
You're already seeing it. You're already seeing... DeAndre Hopkins came here. I mean, that's...
Did he really take a discount?
Yeah, a little bit. Hollywood Brown came here to do that. Juju's back, you know? That will happen. You will see good players. You know, if Myles Garrett was cut, I wouldn't be shocked if he came here for less than top 5 DN money.
What if we got Max Crosby? That'd be fun.
He's not leaving the Raiders. And I also don't think we're going to get Myles Garrett either. I think somebody posted, they're like, the Chiefs are the favorite. That's just not true. I don't think we have more money to spend on the D-line.
No, I don't think so.
But I think you can't pay Trey Smith. Because then you have to draft another tackle. I would much rather pay a tackle and draft a guard. And that sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, we'll see.
Listen, I wanted Cooper Beebe last year.
I think we trade up for an offensive line piece.
Man, probably. We've got a couple picks. We've got like 2 second-round picks.
Something like that.
Or 2 third-round picks.
Oh no, let's look. I'm sure that's already online somewhere.
Oh yeah, you can definitely look up Chiefs draft picks. Well, and it's maybe I'm thinking of the L'Jarius Sneed as a 3rd-round pick, but they're picking at the top of the 2nd round, so it's basically a 2nd-round pick. Or they're picking at the top of the 3rd round, so it's basically a 2nd-round pick is what I'm thinking of, actually. And then they did the reverse to the Titans, where the DeAndre Hopkins pick, not only was it a 6, it's also
We
pick
have
31 in the 6th round.
Wait, so we don't have a okay. We have a 1st-round pick. We have a 2nd. We have 2 3rds.
Yes, but
A 4th.
But one of those 3rds is basically a 2nd.
And 2 7ths. We do not have a 5 or 6. Looks like.
Oh, because I think we traded the 5th with the 3rd for L'Jarius Sneed. Or we traded them L'Jarius Sneed in the 5th and got a 3rd, I think. Or we did that. No, we did that with the 6th.
This draft page has us getting a wide receiver in the 1st round. What?
Was it Luther Burden?
No, it's Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State.
I'm good, thank you. Nope, I'm all right.
3, 3. Oh, we do have a 5. Sorry. Okay. So we've got a 1st rounder,
2nd rounder,
1st, a 2nd round, a
2
3rd,
thirds, 2
2 3rds, a 1st, a 2nd, 2 3rds, a 5th, and a 7th.
Interesting. Are you sure we don't have a 4th instead of a 5th?
Yes.
Because I thought
That's what SI is saying.
Interesting, okay.
And this was posted yesterday.
Okay, well, that's probably fair. But no. So, to answer all those questions, no.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. Once again, they probably mocked a trade somewhere.
Okay.
Chiefs draft picks in the 2025 NFL draft: 1st, 2nd, 2 3rds, a 4th, a 5th, and 2 7ths.
Yeah, because I think there was weird stuff going on with the DeAndre Hopkins trade that they probably just didn't know.
We get the 3rd and the 7th from the L'Jarius Sneed trade, and the 7th rounder from the McCole Hardman trade.
Or we trade away a 7th rounder for the McCole Hardman.
No, we get them from the trade. Because remember, we traded Hardman to the Jets for a 7th, and then they cut him, and we re-signed McCole Hardman.
No, I think we. All right. Either way, I think yeah.
I know I'm reading this correctly.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So no, my answer to you is no. The dynasty is not over. This Civ game isn't over.
No, we have Mahomes. I'm sorry, he's still good, no matter what you think you see.
But it will look different. It's gonna look different. They're not gonna win like this.
No.
You know, they are going to win in a different way next year.
Yeah.
Or whenever there might be a year or two. There was kind of a year or two rollover from losing to the Bucks.
Yeah.
You then lost to the Bengals the next year, and then you won the Super Bowl, and then you got back to being. There might be 2 years here where we don't win.
Doubt it.
Well, I mean, like next year we might not win. Who's got it worse than us, huh? That was a good one. I bet
that's
they heard
funny.
that one.
That's funny, man.
So, but it's gonna be fun.
As long as Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are there, we're gonna be okay.
Well, let's talk silver linings.
Xavier Worthy.
Was it 157? 115?
Yeah, a lot of yards.
2 touchdowns.
You know, they were garbage time, but they uncorked the deep ball.
Yeah.
And we can do it.
Yeah, once they put in the backup defensive line so Mahomes had time to breathe. I think that was the plan. I think the plan was to uncork the deep ball. Like, because on one of those where Mahomes got sacked, you could see Worthy.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, my God.
Right, it was close.
Yeah.
Yeah, silver linings. The O-line is not going to be this bad next year, and we're going to have a full wide receiving core next year.
Silver linings, there's a clear path forward. There's no, man, how do you fix this Chiefs team?
Right.
And there's also not that much to fix. Silver linings,
two
I don't
spots.
think Andy's retiring. I don't think Trav's going to retire, and I don't think Mahomes is going to retire. I do worry Trav is falling apart a little bit. But
I do think we're going to see a, was it 2018 Greg Olsen kind of year where he might get around 400 to 500 yards?
Maybe. Or he could be reinvigorated. He could find himself. He might have got complacent. We could see bald LeBron from
Oh God.
Boom, 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 boom. We can see that. We can see weird posts from the offseason from like Mahomes and Kelsey like that, where they're both just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, you never
With
know.
the rollie still with the rollie.
I'll tell you what though, Mahomes had that look in his face.
Looking mad.
The angry Mahomes look. I'm gonna take it out on everybody else. I can't believe the season's over though. That's the worst part. Is that no more NFL football?
I kind of it's bad, but I also am sometimes a little relieved when that happens.
I guess. But now I have to watch K-State men's basketball.
You know what? They rounded into shape just in time, didn't they? Silver linings. K-State's fucking good at basketball
No,
again
dude.
for whatever reason.
No, you know what's gonna happen. We're losing to Arizona by 20. You know it.
No.
You think we'll beat Arizona?
I don't know. Is it at Arizona?
No. It's in Bramlage tonight. Here in 30 minutes.
I think they win.
We'll see.
Here's Andrew. This isn't the game that they lose by 20. They lose to BYU by 20.
Oh God, the terrible BYU
That's when
team.
you're just like, oh my God. No, yeah, they're not that bad, but they're like 6-8 in Big 12. It's just
Colorado has winless in Big 12, by the way.
they're winless. Oh,
Hilarious.
it could drop to them though.
You think Dion leaves Colorado or he stays another year?
I think he's gonna stay. He's not leaving Colorado for a coordinator job, and all the head coaching jobs are filled.
You think the Eagles fall off a cliff without Kellen Moore?
No.
Would be kind of funny.
I don't think their defense. I don't think their offense was incredibly schemed, like awesome. I think Saquon's was incredible this year.
Yeah.
And I think Jalen Hurts is a solid player.
And, that's another silver lining that I take is that the Chiefs continue to lock down your number one.
Yeah,
running back.
Saquon really wasn't that good. It's one of those. If you told me Saquon was going to have under 100 yards and Xavier Worthy was going to have 157 receiving yards,
I said, "Oh, the Chiefs won by 20."
Oh, Chiefs won. Yeah, 31-17. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
One thing I've learned though is that if there is a single injury on the Chiefs O line and we play against a good one, I am no
sick of
longer
it.
predicting the Chiefs
I
to
don't
win.
want to see it. I never want to see a backup anything ever again. Nope.
Silver linings, I get to chat shit at Patriots fans and remind them that they fucking suck.
That's true.
That is a silver lining. Not silver lining, Truman crunching his ice.
You know what? What's funny? I think the funniest part of NFL Twitter right now is just how many cuck chairs are going around.
Oh yeah.
The amount of Jamar Chase posting,
Oh my gosh.
posting the Bengals meme. The Patriots fans saying, "Oh, whoa,
This was
never
amazing."
talk about Brady." The Brady dick riders, where they're just like, "Never talk about Brady ever again."
This has been great. Yeah, that's been great because people have been pulling up stats that I didn't know. I didn't know Brady lost by 20 in the wild card to a team that he was a 10-point favorite against.
Oh, that Ravens team.
Yeah, I did not know that. Hilarious.
Yeah. I was talking about it with my coworkers. It's the LeBron versus Michael Jordan debate. Is Michael Jordan the greatest player ever because he never lost a finals? Well, I don't know. He played 20 years and he only went to the finals 6 times. Great to be undefeated in it, but also the guy that's played 20 years and has gone to the finals 11 or 12 times, pretty good too. I would almost call it a little more impressive. Even if he's gone
And
4-6, 5-6, whatever.
And Mahomes is way far ahead of Brady in every statistical category. And he's tied with him in wins through this point in his career.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. Unless Mahomes dies. He's coming, dude.
Because that's the joke is that people were posting that Mahomes is on better pace to have. He's simply on a better career pace than Brady was through 7 seasons. And they're like, well, good thing.
7 bigger than 3.
Good thing. Well, they're like, good thing Tom Brady died after his 7th season. The joke being that, obviously he stayed very good and was good for a long time. It's like, yes, but you're saying that like Mahomes is going to die after his 7th season.
Right.
The point is that he's on a better pace.
Right.
But listen, if Mahomes never won a Super Bowl ever again, knock on wood, by the way. Holy moly, knock on wood. He would walk into the Hall of Fame. He'd walk off the field and into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he retired right now. He's a Hall of Famer, obviously.
Yeah. They're never going to waive the waiting. If they didn't waive it for Tom Brady, they're never waiving it for anybody.
What do you mean?
There's a 5-year waiting period before you can go to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
There's occasions that has been waived. and they just let somebody immediately go into the Hall of Fame. If they didn't waive it for Tom Brady, they're not going to waive it for Patrick Mahomes.
Did they waive it for Joe Thomas?
Nope. They haven't waived it in a long time. And it's been like an MLB thing, I think, before.
Because Ichiro just made it.
Yeah, but he waited. He still
his last season was 2019.
Yeah.
So he's a first ballot.
I think he was. Yeah, he was almost unanimous.
Yeah, but someone.
One person.
Who fuck's not putting a hit king in the?
I don't know.
Don't get me started.
But
stupid.
So
who are these voters, by the way? Who the fuck? Listen, I'm all about clowning Lamar, whatever, in the MVP race. Sure, whatever. You can't put him outside of 2.
Yeah.
Your ballot is either Josh Allen 1, Lamar 2, or Lamar 1, Josh 2.
I think there's a person who
3 people put him 4th.
Yeah, I thought it was one person put him 4th, but at least 3 of them did. Yeah, insane. Or at least a bunch of people. Put him in 3rd.
They've got to release who's doing this.
They did release a bunch of them. You saw that, right?
No, I didn't.
Because people are mad because Jaden Daniels wasn't unanimous Rookie of the Year because Brock Bowers got a vote.
What is Joe Burrow coming back from, by the way? How does he win Comeback Player of the Year?
He did break his wrist or elbow last year.
At the end of the year?
No, because the Chiefs didn't play him. He did it like weeks. He did the weird elbow flex thing early in the season, and then he came back.
Oh, yeah, because 2 years ago,
he broke his wrist.
2 years ago is when he broke his wrist.
No, he broke his wrist last year.
Yeah, because it was a mudslide game.
You know who could tell you the exact week he did it?
Logan.
Logan, because Logan was at the game in Baltimore when he did it.
Oh, yeah, Baltimore fans are trash.
Yeah, and they were. I don't know if they gave him that hard of a time, but yeah.
I thought they said fuck Joe Burrow when he broke his wrist.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you know what? There's a lot of stadiums where if Mahomes was on the ground, people would assume he was faking it, and they would start chanting "fuck Mahomes."
Yeah, that's true.
Or it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that they'd chant "fuck Mahomes."
All right.
So,
all right, what's next?
I think it's the end of the episode. I think it's top 5.
Is it?
Top 5 worst narratives. I guess we already touched on a couple of them, obviously.
We did. We're going to bring them up again.
Yep. Top 5 narratives.
1, 2, 3.
Man.
4, 5. Well.
How was the Super Bowl in that? What'd you cook?
Huh?
What'd you cook food-wise?
Oh, we made meatballs, and Shelby made a buffalo chicken dip.
Thank God. I was about to ask.
It was so fucking good, dude. You would have loved it.
Gotta have a good buffalo chicken dip.
I know. I said Truman's crying because he's not here for this. It was
there
amazing.
any Rotel?
No, we didn't have any Rotel.
Not even a Midwest Super Bowl party.
Listen, dude, there wasn't enough people there to eat a whole Rotel.
There's never enough.
There's never enough people.
I've never seen a Rotel empty. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's 40 people or 10 people. There will be the same amount of Rotel left over. It's crazy because everybody will have it on their plate. Everybody. Yeah. I don't know. Velveeta knows what they're doing because they could sell half. Because you have to put 2 cans of Rotel in. So that means they could sell you half blocks of Rotel. They could sell you half blocks of Velveeta, I mean.
Right.
And you put the 1 can of Rotel in, and you'd be fine. But no. You have to buy a pound block of cheese, mix it with 2 cans of Rotel, and then never even see anywhere close to the bottom of it. That's what you have to do. But I don't blame Velveeta. I get it. But at the same time, I am mad at it.
Yeah, but I had got another cookie cake, and everyone loves a cookie cake, so I might just be getting those.
Cookie cakes are a banger. As somebody who had a couple birthday Super Bowl parties.
Yeah, because I remember, obviously, I brought the one to the AFC Championship game, and everyone ate that, and I was like, well, shit, maybe that should be my thing. I should be the guy that brings cookie cakes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not terrible, because everyone loves a fucking cookie cake. All you got to do is go pick one up.
It's like normal cake is almost too heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The cookie cake is the perfect, and like cookies are a lame dessert to bring to a party.
Yeah, true.
And so the cookie cake, the perfect.
My brother brought 3 bags of donuts. They got demolished.
He did that somewhere else too.
They got eaten though. So
where were we with him?
I don't know.
Did that? It was at the tailgate. No, he brought the shitty box of the chocolate like frosted like glaze or not the
Yeah, the chocolate donuts. Yeah.
but they were like the chocolate donuts, but they were the full donuts
Oh,
in
right.
the blue box.
They were good though.
They were fine. It's a banger every time. I get
All right,
it.
I've got my
Wait.
narratives.
3 bags of donuts. What were the flavors? 1
uh,
powdered sugar.
He had 1 powdered sugar
One
and
chocolate.
2 chocolate glaze.
2 chocolate glazed. Interesting. Because there's like a
And
crueler.
one bag of each got eaten.
There's like a crueler version of the.
Those are fine.
Yeah, but I mean.
They're like the vanilla glaze. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I guess that is
Yeah.
vanilla or whatever.
All right, you ready?
I want to say there was like a churro one too. Sorry, this isn't
Maybe.
Grub Buds, but we're talking about it like it is.
All right, number 5. It's a kind of a combo one. It's the Chiefs dynasty was a fraud /2. It's over. It's like the Chiefs went to. No team has ever done what the Chiefs did. I don't think you can say they're the greatest team ever, but no one has done what the Chiefs will ever have done, which is go to 5 Super Bowls in 6 years, and nobody will do it again. So
Okay.
yeah, there's that.
Mhm.
Number 4, Jalen Hurts is a top 5 QB. Guys, what are we doing?
I think he has to be, right?
No,
Why?
because he's not good enough to be a top 5 QB.
I think your top 5 has to be Mahomes, and then Mahomes number 1,
Sure.
and then in any order you would like Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And we talked about this. There's no consensus 5. It could be Jaden Daniels.
It is Jaden.
It could be Justin Herbert.
It is Jaden Daniels.
I would say it has to be
I am putting
the only other person who's in this league that's won a Super Bowl MVP.
Russell Wilson, dude. He's so
Oh,
good.
no. Listen, obviously, clearly the 36-year-old ghost of Russell Wilson is not. You're being disingenuous.
Your I refuse to put Mr. Stat Pad that high.
Mr. Stat Pad?
Yes, if they don't have the tush push, he's a regular dude. If they just hand the ball to a running back instead on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, I guess his one rushing touchdown was a little bit of a fraud. But he did rush for like 100 yards also, so it's not that much of a fraud.
He doesn't put up Lamar Jackson numbers.
Yeah, also, we all knew that they were definitely tush pushing.
Yeah, I know.
Once you saw that guy's, you're like, oh, he's down. You're like, wow.
Well, I know.
What does it matter?
Listen, I'm not saying that it's a bad play. I'm just saying that his touchdown numbers get inflated from a tush push.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my number 4. That Jalen Hurts is, I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback. I think he's like 7, 8, but Daniels, Burrow, Allen, Lamar, and Mahomes are your very clear top 5 to me.
Very clear top 4.
Number 3, worst narrative, that Kelsey is not equal to Gronk or even close. You're a moron. Kelsey's competition is Jerry Rice, and he just passed him in yards.
Hey, but Gronk
in the
blocked Ray Lewis one time, and one time Kelsey whiffed on Joey Bosa.
I'm sure Gronk has never made a bad play.
I'm sure.
Anyway.
You know what? Next time I'm going to post Gronk taking a terrible angle on that Hail Mary, and then Kelsey blocking Mahomes into the touchdown in that AFC Championship game.
So
be
slow.
like, do not compare these two in athleticism.
Yeah, be like, Gronk is so slow. Number 2, that Patrick's out of the GOAT convo. Once again, needs one more Super Bowl. And his floor is the AFC Championship game in overtime to pass Joe Montana. Very obviously pass Joe Montana, by the way. To get to 2. So he's nowhere near out of the GOAT conversation, especially because they're tied on pace and Mahomes is ahead in yards. We've already discussed this earlier in the show. And the worst take I've seen is that Sirianni's better than Reed. That's just probably the worst fucking narrative I've ever seen. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. I'll go back there. Chiefs dynasty is over. Jalen Hurts is the top 5 quarterback. Kelsey's not equal to Gronk. Patrick's out of the GOAT convo, and that Sirianni is better than Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Trying to think of one more. I've gotten at least 4. Again, I haven't been as plugged in on terrible narratives.
I've been all over Twitter.
Yeah.
As you can imagine.
I've got a better one. I think I've got one that you missed that you're going to be like, oh, that's
Okay.
a good one. Man, I'm trying to think of one more, honestly, that I just can't think of it.
You have one about the refs in there?
I do.
Okay.
See, the issue is, you know what? I'm just going to steal yours.
Okay.
I'm going to steal your Andy Reid, Dick Sirianni.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's my number 5 take. I don't think anyone is full actually saying that with their chest. You had one person say that to you on Discord, and I think that's an insane take.
I'm
I
kind of
think
just
you're
running with it. They probably weren't even serious, but
Okay.
I probably
Wait, because who said it?
I think Josh said it.
Okay, Josh said it, then he's not serious. Okay. But yeah. Sorry. An honorable mention. I think it's honorable to mention that I'm shocked I haven't seen anybody say, well, I think the Bills would have given them a better game. That hasn't been a talk.
I have seen someone say that, but
Okay.
immediately everybody shut them down.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I haven't seen anybody legit say that. Okay, number 5. Sure. Andy Reid is worse than Nick Sirianni. Dude, Nick Sirianni is absolutely just on the Dougie P track, right? He's got to be, where he's going to flame out in 2 to 3.
The second he loses,
They almost started fighting on the sideline. A.J. Brown and him almost started. He yelled at A.J. Brown. They almost started fighting. Just insane. So I still think Nick Sirianni flames out in the next 5 years. I could absolutely be wrong. But also, the city of Philadelphia and Nick Sirianni deserve each other. Here's a hot take nobody else is saying. That clearly we have angered God or something because the amount that we're getting a huge snowstorm tonight anyways, and it would have made the parade a nightmare, you know?
True.
So I didn't even want to go to the parade anyways.
I wasn't going to go either. I didn't want to get shot at again.
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't have gone to the parade.
I just didn't want to get shot at again.
We had my dad had a buddy that was in our group chat that was like a Philly guy, and he was like saying something like, "Oh, when you guys go to the parade?" And I'm like, "Dude, I wouldn't have gone to our parade this year." So,
true.
Also, the parade is cooler than the rally, anyways. They said they wouldn't do the rally. I think that's the right decision. The rally had gotten lame.
Yeah. Well, they said they wouldn't do the rally.
Yeah.
And just do a parade.
Yeah. Number 4, Kelsey is worse than Gronk/Kittle. I hadn't heard the Kittle thing. Kittle, I can't believe we're doing this again. The Gronk stuff is also. You had one
They're
bad
the
Super
same.
Bowl.
You got to remember, Kelsey and Gronk are the same age.
Yes. I think that ends it all. The fact that you guys have to talk about Gronk, you were like, well, you can never compare Kelsey to Gronk because they played in different ages. It's like, no, they didn't. They played in the same time. Same game. Kelsey, yeah.
And Kelsey put up yards with Alex Smith. No disrespect to Alex Smith, but he's not Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, Chiefs are the worst dynasty ever. That I saw people saying that because they're like, none of these other dynasties ever got blown out, by 20 points in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, because they didn't make the playoffs.
I was like, I just don't. I would rather go to the Super Bowl and lose. I'd rather go to the Super Bowl and get blown out than lose in the wild card game by 20. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, I don't care.
I'd rather lose 90-0 in 4 straight Super Bowls than ever make it.
I'd rather my quarterback have what's Mahomes, 19-2 now or 18-2 in the playoffs. Yeah, I'd much rather he has a 900 win percentage in the playoffs.
What teams have never made it to a Super Bowl? I don't think the Texans have ever made it, have they?
No, they're new. Oh my God, there's a clear one. The Lions, obviously.
Never made it to a Super Bowl?
No, I don't think so.
Would you rather be the Lions or the Bengals, man? You'd much rather be the Bengals.
Yeah, right. Yeah, compare the Bengals 2021 to the Lions this year. Which would you have rather it happened? Probably the Bengals.
Probably,
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. So, listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2. This one pisses me off to see, and I've seen it a couple times. The Chiefs lost. The Chiefs finally got no help from the refs, and they lost. People are saying when the Chiefs don't get all the calls, they lose. They lose by 18. This is what would have happened the whole year if this happened. I don't get what you glue sniffers see, dude. I don't understand. I get, there's no way that you look at this and you're like, finally, the refs stop helping them. That's why they got blown out by 18. If they had a little bit of help, if they would have had their normal help from the refs, this would have been
sorry,
a close game.
I have another one. Patriots fans keep saying Brady would have never lost 40-6 in the Super Bowl. The score wasn't 40-6.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we're doing. I know garbage time points don't really count for much, but
Yes.
you're telling me that if we wouldn't have gotten that onside kick, that you wouldn't have been nervous?
I saw somebody still say like Mahomes has been awful in those 2 Super Bowls. He was not great yesterday or Sunday. He was, I would say, fine to good in that Buccaneers Super Bowl.
No, he was great. I'll say he
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
Every throw he threw, like Byron Pringle barely didn't catch that one in the corner of the end zone when he got spun around by Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah.
He hit Darrell Williams in the face mask and Tyreek Hill in the face mask.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about that. We're not talking about
The Chiefs are, we're not in the moral victory business. As,
No.
I think Caleb said that word. He said, I know the Chiefs aren't in moral victory business, but he was,
Right.
Mahomes has been doing what he's been doing with all this stuff. And it's
Right.
like, yeah. But, and obviously nobody will say that during this Hall of Fame speech. They won't say, well, he wasn't even that bad in that Super Bowl he lost. But,
Right.
Number one, yeah, Mahomes can never pass Brady because of this loss. That's not true. You're freaking out.
I just think we're gonna do. I think,
I just wish Twitter was more prominent.
Dude,
back then.
I think that Mahomes is gonna get 6 Super Bowls, or I think he'll tie Brady, and then have gone to twice as many or something, and we're just gonna have the Mahomes versus Brady debate like we have MJ versus LeBron.
Yes. I think there's a chance Mahomes goes to 15 Super Bowls and wins 5 or 6, and people are gonna be like, well,
There's definitely a chance. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. 15 is kind of crazy.
yeah, 15's a lot, but I mean, he's gone to Super Bowl
5 times.
5 out of 7 years. He plays for 21 years. It's 15 Super Bowls.
That's crazy, bro.
That would be insane. People would maybe stop watching the NFL.
No, they won't. By the way, that's the other thing.
Yeah,
That's the other thing.
That's a great narrative. Yeah.
Is that all these fucking TikTok fucks saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch." Most watched Super Bowl of all time.
Oh, like it always is. And people, who was saying that would happen? The smart people. The smart people were like, it will still be the most watched Super Bowl of all time. And people are also the amount of people that were like, oh my God, they lost 10 million viewers when Kendrick stopped playing at halftime. So I point out, it's like the Chiefs were down 27 and came out or 24 and came out and punt the ball to start the second half. I think plenty of people in Kansas City.
Like I said, I would have turned the game off had I not been hosting. Well, not right at half, but
Also, as somebody who got to watch it at home on a TV and really probably get to focus on it, you like the Kendrick Lamar halftime show?
that was good.
Actually, let's
tweeted about
do this for our pop culture minute.
Here, but I gotta call Josh first.
Oh, is he coming?
Yeah, I was gonna call him.
Okay.
He said he'd do it.
All right.
So I assume he's gonna be like, "Go Bear." It should be cinema.
Let's call it. Let's see what he's. Yeah, I hope it's not civil. I hope it's.
No,
I hope we
we'll
almost
see,
have
we'll
to
see.
cut it off the podcast.
We'll see.
Well. What do we have here? Just a couple losers calling me over here, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
Josh, how are you feeling after Sunday? Just give us your thoughts.
Dude, I feel on top of the world. This was not only one of the best moments for Philadelphia history and honestly in my life. Getting a revenge game means so much more.
Yeah.
Especially when you go ahead and lived in Kansas City during that horrible, horrible game that was called badly and there was bad grass.
Oh, okay.
We
Called
all
badly.
We all know who the real winners of that game should have been. And it was clear because we absolutely belt to ass y'all the other day.
Yeah, it turns out when you have injuries on the O-line, you can't really win a Super Bowl, huh?
They keep saying that, but I just don't think that your offense was ever going to do it. And I actually was thinking about it. Matt Nagy should go either back to the Bears or he needs to go to the Carolina Panthers. Because if he wants to run an offense like he did on that Sunday, you got to get rid of him.
Yeah, I fear you have some support on this show for that opinion.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Truman is not a Matt Nagy enjoyer.
I've never really liked the guy either, so at least Truman's got a good,
Yeah.
noggin on his shoulders.
You know.
But,
Are you going to make it to
other than
Philadelphia
that,
for the parade?
So no, I don't want to get shot.
For sure.
I thought about it. My buddies are up there. Hotel way too expensive, and it's just
Hey,
not really the best environment.
we got a bunch of snow anyways. We wouldn't even want to go to this parade.
Thanks for taking it off our hands. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I didn't have to work today. The snow was pretty great. Gotta be honest.
Did you actually?
Yeah, no, came in. It snowed like I think 4 or 5 inches here as well. So
did you see?
It might still be the same storm.
Did you? Okay, Josh, we had to ask you. So one of our segments that we did was the top 5 dumbest narratives that we saw following this game. Have you seen anybody making just absolutely idiotic claims on Twitter or TikTok?
Okay, I did see a couple. Let me think of some of them. I saw the ones about obviously Taylor Swift being part of the reason that he lost. I think is wild.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That is stupid.
He's just an old tight end. Yes.
He's old, and I'll be honest. That was probably the worst game Travis Kelce's ever played. Don't get me wrong.
He looked awful.
Awful. Missed blocks. Couldn't get off the line quick enough. And that is a real tough environment. And obviously, I think that the Eagles had a lot more advantage there with the player or the fans.
Yeah.
Because mostly Eagles fans, from what I saw, it looked a lot more Eagle friendly than it did Chiefs.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
There were some wild claims that we purposely injured Chris Jones and then he was not the same, which
that's crazy.
Don't know if that's truthful. I thought Chris Jones, I saw him back in on the next few drives, and obviously he was dealing with some kind of neck injury.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I think he got bonked on the
He got
sneak.
hurt on the tush push.
But what were some of what were some of the ones that you saw? Because
the takes that we've been discussing ones is that because of that game, Kelce is now out of the conversation with Gronk, and we're just trying to remind people that they're the same age.
Okay, dumb. Move on.
Nick Sirianni's a better coach than
that is
Andy Reid.
dumb as hell. Kelce still is probably, I would put him right up there with Gronk. It's like a 50-50 on whether or not he's better. But Kelsey's not fucking done, and he's going to come back in the next few years. And
that's what Truman and I have been saying is that I don't have a problem necessarily when someone tells me they think Gronk's better, but he's certainly removed from the Kittle conversation now. And I saw someone say, well, after that game, I don't even know if he's better than Kittle. And I said, okay, you're just a fucking moron.
Yeah. You're an idiot. How many Super Bowls does Kittle have?
Exactly.
0. What has Kittle accomplished realistically? A couple first seed seasons. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually only one.
Josh, I was actually expecting more vitriol from you. Can we at least get a go Birds 3 times in a row?
Just the nastiest.
Oh, we're gonna definitely say go Birds, baby. I was gonna give you. You didn't know. I got to give you the whole anthem over here.
Oh God.
Because I think that's just what you need as a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, of course.
So,
I think
there's a few things I did want to say. Jalen Hurts is by far better than Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
That's not a hot take. All right. He's obviously better because the only other person to beat Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl is who? Tom Brady.
The logic's right there.
The 2 goats right there.
So clearly, if the GOAT beat Patrick Mahomes, you just have to say Jalen Hurts is now the new GOAT.
It's so obvious now.
I'd rather have the quarterback that's the standard, honestly.
It's really, every single time Go Birds it was said in this household, a beer was drank. And that's what Philly's about. And that's what Jalen Hurts would have done. Saquon Barkley. Did you see how fast Saquon Barkley shotgunned that beer?
No
I haven't seen it
dude,
yet.
There's no way you think I actually watched the Super Bowl celebration.
Okay, well, you should have. I understand that you were probably down bad. but
Did he shotgun one really
I'm
fast?
not sitting in the cuck chair for the Super Bowl celebration.
the
I haven't watched. I haven't opened the ESPN app or watched ESPN in.
I
like
did
3
watch
days.
Nick Wright eat crow, which was pretty funny. Honestly, if you haven't seen that segment, you should.
Yeah.
Because they still had the band march in, and then they dropped all the banners anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should go look at it. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
That is a good one. That is a good one.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll leave you guys to the podcast, and I'll leave you with this beautiful scoring sound. Now, this is taken from a game, so
Right.
I apologize for the quality here, but I'm gonna try my best to sing along.
All right.
Here high. There we go. I'm fucking on it now. Watch the Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly. On road to victory. EAGLES Eagles.
All right. Love you, Josh. See you around, buddy. Thank you.
All right, brother. I appreciate you guys. Thanks. Sorry you guys have to feel the way that you do for the next year, but it's worth it, man. It's worth it.
All right. See you around, buddy. Thanks.
The audio being so shitty was so
That's
funny.
the cherry on top.
It was pretty shitty, and then it would like cut in with him just like quietly.
Bye.
You can tell he's like definitely like at home.
Yeah, he's like
he's like trying to be kind of quiet. He doesn't want anybody to hear him loudly singing it.
That's funny, man. That's awesome.
Dude, yeah. Shout out Josh.
Shout out Josh. Thanks, Josh.
So okay.
Oh
real
man,
quick.
we're gonna have to eat some. He's gonna lay into us when we preview the NFC East.
Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Real quick.
I tweeted about it. 7.9 out of 10. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I that's about how it felt. It felt solid. And like
I thought it was solid. You know,
I think he told a story, which I think was kind of fun.
yeah, it was above average. I wouldn't say it's amazing. It was above
Samuel L.
average.
Jackson being there was kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think that was he was a gem.
Yeah.
Serena Williams randomly crip walking. That was
That was weird though. I saw Stephen A. put out a point that I kind of agree with. It's like if you have to be out there to shit talk your ex, like, and you're already in another relationship, like, and you feel like you need to be there for, that's kind of weird.
Did she date Drake?
Yeah, that's why she was there.
No.
That's
What?
why she was there. Yeah,
No,
because she's Drake's ex.
She's there because she's from Compton, idiot.
No, she's Drake's ex.
No, she's there because she's from Compton.
Kind of a coincidence that she's Drake's ex as
She
well.
crip walked after winning the 2012 Olympics in London.
I don't know why you just randomly bring out Serena Williams if not for the fact that she's Drake's ex.
Because she's from Compton, like Kendrick Lamar is.
You tell me there's no other celebrity from Compton they could have brought out to crip walk real quick?
It probably helped. But I think it's more a bigger part that she's from Compton.
Okay, listen, we're on a weird tangent here. That's not
I didn't know they dated.
Yeah.
I never even remember.
Yeah, they did.
When did they date?
I don't know. You're like me. We don't follow up with celebrity relationships.
Yeah, because I saw
I think there's like
I saw Stephen A. saying like that you should get divorced because she was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I think there's only celebrity relationships three that I know. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. I know that at one point Meek Mill dated Nicki Minaj, and Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. That's about it for celebrity relationships. I guess Brad Pitt once dated Angelina Jolie.
Well, he dated Serena Williams and apparently SZA also, technically.
Oh, I didn't know about SZA.
So I don't.
Oh, that was a high point. SZA sounded really good.
Serena briefly dated Drake around 2011, and even though it didn't end that well, they had remained friends since.
Whatever.
I didn't know it was. Yeah,
I thought it was.
If she's there because they dated 14 years ago, yeah, maybe.
Like I said, I thought it was good. I like the songs. I think the Say Drake moment was
very good,
fantastic. It's gonna be memed forever.
I think the imagery was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
The flag and whatnot.
Yeah, it was cool.
I know. Everybody that you think would hated it.
Oh yeah, I know. My dad probably didn't like it. He hates rap.
All the people that I was with on that trip did not like it.
Yeah, they don't like rap.
Yeah.
If you like rap, you liked it. Like if you listen to Drake or Kendrick or like basically any rapper, you're like, oh, that's a cool story.
Yeah.
I guess if you're a Drake stan, you probably didn't like it.
Yeah, there's some people talking. I'm like, I had to. I think I unfollowed Doc Hudson.
Why? What'd he say?
He's a Drake defender.
Oh no, what'd he say?
Just something about.
Did he say Doc Hudson?
He's also started to break the gimmick that I was just following him because it's funny that there's
Because
a guy.
every once in a while he would tweet Doc Hudson.
Yeah, there's definitely an unbotted account that it would just like at random intervals tweet Doc Hudson. And he started responding to things like with just comments, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm all out on this.
It was really funny when it was Doc Hudson, Rusty and Dusty, and Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, but I had to see him like respond to some tweet and say Mahomes isn't the GOAT or something. Now I'm like, what are we?
That's where you draw the line?
Yeah, seeing Doc Hudson talk about that is crazy.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah, I thought Kendrick. Like you said, I don't think it's one of the all timers.
I'm not going to compare it to Bruno Mars.
Yeah, that was a good year. Lady Gaga's was real good too.
Not
the Lady
Gaga's was fine. Yeah, Lady Gaga's was fine.
I think Maroon 5 was solid.
I thought Maroon 5 was good.
I don't think I'd mention it. I don't think I'd say it was better than Kendrick's. But
I'm not going to put it.
Prince always was incredible.
It was great.
That's an all time.
I wouldn't compare it to Prince. I wouldn't compare it to Super Bowl 2019 with Shakira. I thought that one was better.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah.
But
it's not bad. It's not a Justin Timberlake.
I would say Kendrick's having one of the hottest music years of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think it's more of a cherry on top of the year that Kendrick.
I think by default you're at a disadvantage with rap because you can't do as much theatrics compared to like pop.
Yeah, and people just won't respect the art because it's not singing.
Well, I just think that rap doesn't lend itself to like the pyrotechnics and like the big moments because it's focusing on the lyrics. So you can't really go like, yeah, and have explosions because
I think it's a good point.
I think it's automatically at a disadvantage.
But I
think
if they sent out a country guy, I think there would be a lot of people that's like, at the very least, they're
finally
like,
someone did a Super Bowl halftime right.
Well, but if they put out like Chris Stapleton at the national anthem last year, there's a lot of people that are like, I don't know how you're ever supposed to beat that national anthem ever.
It's fine.
It was great. It was awesome. Chris Stapleton, incredible singer. So if he went out there and did a halftime show, you'd be like, yeah, that's pretty good. You'd be like, he's an awesome artist.
I mean, I listened to all the songs that I listened to Squabble Up. I thought for sure they were going to play King Kunta.
I thought so
when
too.
the four female backup dancers came out.
Yeah,
and they said, "What's up?" And I was like, "They're playing King Kunta."
I thought they would. I thought they would. I like that one. That one's awesome.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
But yeah, I was telling them I was telling my coworkers like, I'm excited for this halftime show, and they're like, "What songs have we heard?" And I was like, I doubt it.
He got pretty deep into his discography. That's a couple of them.
Not he played stuff off the new album
A lot.
other than Not Like Us, and I was like, that was interesting. Like with SZA,
Yeah.
that was off the new album, and I was like, interesting. Not what I was expecting.
He kind of used it as an ad opportunity, which is smart of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was fine.
I wish he would have had a surprise artist.
Yeah.
Like I was like kind of hoping we'd see Kendrick.
I thought.
Tyler.
I was thinking of Megan Thee Stallion was gonna.
Yeah, because even Lil Wayne comes out and does something.
Yeah.
But yeah, for nobody else to come out, I thought was a little.
It was also
weird.
a shorter halftime, 12 minutes.
No, that's about it. You think it's shorter, but they only ever get part of the half.
Well, I guess the celebrity guest was Sam Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam.
Yeah, I think him and Serena Williams were the two.
Yeah.
Where when he was like, "I've got a big surprise." I think the big surprise technically was Serena Williams.
Maybe
That was so random. I was like, "Why is Serena Williams?" I was like, "Was that Serena Williams?"
Yeah,
It
was quick too. I don't think the cameras did a very good job.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was fine. Like I said, 7.9 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not gonna be like, dude. I'm not gonna be talking about it. Like,
no.
Once again, it's not in the Bruno Mars conversation. We're probably gonna be talking about that halftime forever.
That was a great one.
One of the greatest I've ever seen. I also don't think we'll be talking about it like the Weeknd because the Weeknd's was fine, but his was weird. So I think people will talk.
Sorry. It's just, I know he's probably trying to scratch her, but all I can see is the suitcase moving back and forth. There's a suitcase on wheels, and it just is.
It wasn't weird enough to have a moment like the Lady Gaga, but the Say Drake with the smile towards the camera, that's going to be a meme forever.
Yeah, that'll be, not forever, but it'll be good
for a while.
It'll get some play.
But yeah, it was good.
I like that Lady Gaga one. You felt like that was going to be a meme forever, and maybe
the jumping into the one.
Maybe you see it once a year,
right,
or something.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It was fine. No notes. No notes.
That's it. All right.
Cool, guys.
I think that's it.
Thank you. It's time to move on to for the next while. Hopefully, we won't both be sick anymore. But we're gonna be moving on to Royals, talking more Islanders, and maybe we'll sprinkle in a little bit of Cats for you.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do a couple, probably 2 more season wrap ups. We've got to do a hot takes wrap up,
Oh yeah,
and maybe a hot takes part 2 wrap up because there's so many hot takes.
we don't even have a 3.
And then it might be like those might be 2 episodes, and on one of those we're gonna recap our season results for picks.
Yeah, we'll see you around though.
So
Don't worry, none of our Super Bowl parlays hit.
Twitch.tv/ or Twitter.com. Wait.
He's restarting that.
Only because I've forgotten a big thing. Patreon.com/disaster. I do want to thank our patrons over there.
Yes, we forgot.
Skylar, Dylan, Ozzy,
Joe.
Aaron, Joe, Mailbox Kia City opening soon in the Iron District. For that, I will stop and outro Deadness Tracks. I was just going to let it go. I was like, oh, we're not going to shout out our
Also,
Twitters.
don't
And I
worry,
was like,
none of
whoa,
our Super Bowl parlays hit.
Whoa. Yeah, no, I don't think so. No.
Did
for
Saquon
sure.
even have a touchdown?
No.
Yeah,
I thought I was like, my Kareem Hunt first touchdown bet is still alive.
dude. And then they didn't run Kareem Hunt like at all.
Weird.
That pissed me off.
Weird. I mean, you're down 24.
But I understand why, but whatever.
Twitter.com/SteamMachine, Twitter.com/OwenGoshDown. Make sure you like, commenting, subscribing on the YouTube. Make sure you follow, listen, download, do all the things on Spotify. Let us know if there's people that you want to have come on the show. We're kind of smaller that will come on the show. Thank you.
See ya.
See you.